Kunongelam ka Northeast Students Organization in Neso uba sambal jarwao loong ba kajingja hak snong uting Hamon district jong Nagaland kamdeishu kajingja ka bafala jong ki kamle donbor kisipai jong kari India ulong ba kajingpa banchunyon bet dakabor daga Sorkar Kmie ba penun kam de kisipai kadai ka balau juyaija nakwai ka por sa ka weipat uba sambal ulong yakni haba ulakren hak jinglang songklain mongor ka blak khot ban pelong dak senjok bat balawan banyas nokti dagi senjok jong baro kisamna puli ka than stela mingi bat kersan langru di kiseng bhalang bapau jong jylla kabalalong hne ka sngi hakmat umot jong uwo kyang nongba padon mar Pyrshah ka Shillong Civil Hospital uba sambal ulabo yaki dak jingli ba balai bakum kini ki jingja ki wanja wanha hagi jylla jong ki than stela mingi jong kari hato kani kam dei mo kata ka dak kishin ba ka Sorkar Kmie ka don ye ki Jingthmu ba kan penpau hagi pai ba jong ka than ne ka la mo bandai tang namar ba ka don kata ka jingeper ha ka rukom ka rukom bam ka dor ka dar ka jingeper ha ka tin ka thlit ka rukom ban bat ka rukom ban bam bandi par ka jingdon jong ki culture uba sambal ulabateng banong ba ka Armed Forces Special Powers Act chejar khandai spa sanpupra Hakba ulakno bakani ka an kamdei ka blathau dakata ka Act of Parliament jongari India penban kadi ka an ningkong ningshap lasdang ban pentrikam daki doli hau naila jong snem chejar khandai spa sabu art ban temya ka jingiki fight ba with India movement penban hadin bagi India kala yo ya jing light road bat ki jylla jong than sti lambingi kila yang banyak khun lem nakam ta gani penban damar khongpong dakani ka ju byang hi ka an la pentrikam ya ki fight ba nongchong snong jong than penban uba sambal ulong baka Neso kala yai biteng baka dawa ya ki jengweng no ya kani ka an ya ka jing kersan baja snok tilang ki babun ki seng balang penban haga jaka ban sngap ya kani ka jing dawa ka Sorkar Kmie ka pencha penban da ka skor ka bakelut da ka ba yai biteng ban pentrikam ya kani ka an uba sambal ulong ba ka jingwan banyulum pait ba hagani ka jaka kalong ban penpau ya ka jingkersan ni ki pait ba nongsong snong ko uting ka Mon district ka Nagaland ki belamat mentai ya ka jingyam pait donut namar ka jing pentrikam ya kani ka an yak jokor bat kum kini ki jingelang ka Neso kala pelongru haman la ki nongba jong ki dong pat ki kentoy jong ki jylla ka than sitei la mingi Habai dai bar kini ki jingja uba sambal ula banjur baga por kala don kam bagi pait baga than bagi nyang Tylli Kawei ban khangla ye ki Jingthmu ban pen pait pen pra pat mahamru hagjo ka por palada ka Sorkar Kmie ka yai beteng ban senchar harengkat bat kum kini ki an yak jokor kan don ben ki jingkerto kala ya ka hadin habut
Assembled here today to express in strongest terms our protest against the security forces who on that fateful night, fateful day on the 4th of December have perpetrated a heinous crime, a barbaric act towards the villagers of Oting in the Mlon district of Nagaland, which resulted to the death of 14 villagers and injuries to many others. Well, brothers and sisters, this is not a one-off incident that happened in Nagaland. This particular incident has brought back bitter memories of the past, where villagers in Manipur, in Nagaland have suffered this same fate, where the army personnel, the security forces, they'll just come and swoop down on a village and kill the men folk, rape the women folk, and torture the innocent villagers for days on end. This has been happening since 1950s till today. The security forces in the whole of the northeastern region have been committing these crimes from time to time. We have seen the operations in the state of Assam. We have seen the suppression, the oppression by the armed forces in the state of Tripura. And also, we must have heard about the bombing in Aizawl, in Mizoram in 1966 by the Air Force of the Indian Armed Forces. Well, brothers and sisters, we used to wonder why this is happening in the northeastern states of India. Is it because of the factors that the government of India this portrays the mindset and attitude of the government of India that they have towards the people of the northeastern region. Is it because that we are different in looks and features? We eat differently, our language is different, our culture is different. Further been emboldened by the imposition of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act 1958. This act, my brothers and sisters, we should know that this was not an Indian act created by the Parliament of India. This AFSPA was imposed first by the colonial rulers of the time, the British, in August of 1942 to suppress the Quit India movement. And after India attained its independence, in which the people of Northeast have also fought for the independence from the British, that very same government, after having attained its independence, is imposing the same law, the same colonial law upon its own people. This only reflects the mindset and attitude that the government of India has towards the people of the northeastern region. Neso has been demanding for the repeal of the Armed Forces Special Powers Act, along with so many other organizations, so many civil societies have been demanding for the repeal of this act. But the government of India, instead of repealing this act, has turned a deaf ear to this demand, and instead it continued with the imposition of this draconian law. And I think a time has come where we should call upon the government of India that if it thinks that Northeast is still part of India, that its first step, it should be to repeal this AFSPA from the whole of the northeastern region. We also gathered here today to express our solidarity with our brothers in Nagaland, especially the Mlon district of Nagaland, of the pain and suffering that they are enduring because of this barbaric act committed by the trigger-happy security forces of that area. Neso is organizing this protest in the whole of the northeastern region, in the different states, in all the states of northeastern region, the state capital, and also here in Meghalaya, also in Tura, in the Kawei Hills district, to express our resentment, our protest against the government of India, the armed forces, and also to show our solidarity with the people in Nagaland. If the people of Nagaland are suffering, the whole of northeastern region is also suffering. And this we have to stand united against any forces that are inimical to our interests. They'll try to divide us in order to weaken our resolve, in order to weaken our fight. But we have to be aware of all these forces who are against the interests of the unity of the northeastern region. And once again, I call upon each and every one of us that we should stand united in our fight against this draconian law. And I call upon the respective state governments of each of the state of the northeastern region that they should pursue, they should push the central government for the repeal of this draconian act from the whole of the northeastern region. And if the government of India does not listen to the voice of the people, it only shows two things: that it treats the northeastern region as a colony, not as a part of a nation or part of a country. And at the same time, it wants to impose this draconian law in order to suppress and oppress the voice of the people through military might. But this will have an after effect. It will further alienate the indigenous people of the northeastern region.